What's up, everybody, and welcome to Very Real Tournament, a comedy battlecast that pits two very real opponents against each other in a very real fight. This week, we're going medieval versus evil.
Whoa.
Transylvania versus wherever knights come from.
Also Transylvania.
I'm sure there were knights there. I don't know. They had old-timey times too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We doing vampires versus men.
Shiny boys.
Nighttime boys versus shiny boys.
Mm-hmm.
We got 30 nights going up against 30 days of night. I know we're really fucking good at this by now. We've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just can't stop patting myself on the back for these good ones that I come up with.
Yeah.
That's great.
And plus, you know, I missed Josh Hartnett. I hadn't heard from him in a while.
Ugh.
So I had to get down on one of his, one of his best roles. Eben.
Reference that no one will get.
Until, well, surely everyone saw 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
I don't know. Name a knight real quick, Butler.
Lancelot.
There you
Never
go.
heard of him.
Okay.
I'm super excited. Let's get into it. I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
Sir Colin Sage.
Butler Carter.
And it's about to get very real.
All right, gang. Before we jump into these dark and light boys and girls going at it, we're going to play a little game.
All right.
Okay? I've got a little something. It's not as cool as a pizza corner, but you guys will have to let me know because this is coming at you all.
Yeah,
Ready?
all right.
The game is called What Do You Think of Colin's Mustache?
Oh, dude, I was going to bring this up.
Yeah, me
Because, and I asked this not because I'm so vain. I had audience. I had this really gross beard that I didn't care about. I thought it'd be interesting to see how big my beard could get. And eventually...
It was interesting, but in like a gross way.
Right,
Like,
it started
how gross that is interesting.
It's mainly, like right after a shower, it looked kind of good, but then it would start to curl in on the neck. And when I would look down, it would like tentacle out. It was bad. And so finally I cut it off, but then as I was cutting it off, I was like, mustache. You know what? Let's go with it. And nobody has said anything. And it's been a week. And I can't tell if that's good or bad. So I wanted to open it up to discussion. Is it a good thing if nobody says anything, or is that a bad sign? Because say at work, let me put it to you like this.
Okay.
I work with some rough and tumble characters,
Yeah.
right? They will ride you out for anything. Anything. Like, oh, did you get some new boots? What, are you fucking gay? Like,
It's like,
right.
they're not even good jokes. They just have to.
Right. It's like, it's not, well, I want to say it's not mean-spirited, but it can,
It
it
totally
can
is.
be. Yeah. But it's usually that, like, kind of like rah-rah, like, dumb guy humor. And like to the point where they will write each other about anything. There's one guy who's been who got out of rehab and has been clean for only like 4 months. And there's other guys on the job site that'd be like, "Oh, what do you want a fucking beer?" Like, oh, nothing.
no.
Yeah. What are those pills you used to snort, buddy? Like, oh, like this.
I got some here for you. And the guy's just like sadly holding his chip in his pocket. Just like, fuck.
That's
Visit
what
your mom's grave recently?
dog. That is actually something that happened. Holy
No.
shit. Yeah. I won't go into it just in case he ever listens. Love you, buddy. But
But no mention of your mustache.
yeah, but nothing. And I thought, and we have one boss who we're working with now who has a mustache, and I thought for sure it would be like, oh, you trying to suck his dick? Like, because you both have mustaches? Nothing. So, does that mean it's working, or does that mean it's like so bad you just don't talk about
No,
it?
I think that saying nothing is indicative of it's fine. I think you pull it off just fine.
Thanks.
I noticed it when when we went out and had a beer together the other night. But it's funny because his girlfriend sits down at the table with us after a few minutes, and
Oh, yeah.
he's like, "So what do you think?" And she's like, "What?" And he's like, the mustache. She's like, "Oh, yeah, you did do that, didn't you?" And he's like, "I sent you a picture of it and said, what do you think?" And she was just like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at it good enough."
She was like, "I thought that was like, what do you think of your my body?"
"Oh, that's yeah."
I was
that's what
like,
she said.
It was
that
cropped
dick?
pretty high. And she was like, whatever. I was like,
What?
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
I
She's
know.
like, "All right, I'm gonna go get a beer."
but like haircuts, new clothes, like but I think this is something you would point out, especially with like buds, because
Yeah.
mustaches just aren't like in. It's not like a normal thing,
Right.
Yeah,
so it's like
one of my friends from Pennsylvania cut just a mustache, right? And he was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "You look like kind of a douchebag." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm going for." And he hasn't not had a mustache.
Turns out
since.
I am a douchebag.
So you might get trapped in the mustache.
Ooh.
You know?
No, I don't think you will. You change your facial hair
Right.
and your hair pretty often, but that's why I didn't want to just be. I was like, "Oh, mustache," because I think it looks fine. I think you pull it off.
It's very dad mustache.
Well, yeah, because it's not bushy,
Right.
but also is everyone enjoying us talking about this on this audio medium? But it's not bushy, but it's not pencil thin. Mine is too thin.
Yeah,
when I
you look
shave it off,
creepy.
I look creepy.
Yeah.
Which is why when I had fun with it, I'd have to do like the full handlebar.
right.
Like,
But you've got a darker complexion. I feel like you could work with some different angles. Like you could go even thinner
Oof.
and maybe pull that off.
Like a toothpick.
yeah.
You'd have to wear something with sequin. I don't know.
If I was much thinner like I was in college, I would pull it. I would do it again. But I can't play. I gotta have the beard. Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
it looks good.
And hey, so does your mustache.
All my boys look
and
good.
no one said anything because you didn't do anything outrageous with it. You don't twirl it up at the end.
I will
Right.
say,
You know.
while we were standing outside and you had your profile to me against the sky, I could see. I don't want to call it stringy because that almost makes it sound gross, but it was just you have like very distinct hairs sticking
yeah.
out, and I couldn't stop looking at
You
it.
can't look
Yeah.
at it from the side.
Yeah.
Maybe just some scissors, little scissor boys.
No, just make sure you're always
Oh,
standing
yeah, you
directly in front of people at all times.
That's easier. Yeah.
Yeah, because the mustache hairs go straight out. And I tried this little experiment with the beard where I was like, I'm just going to let it grow. And it's going to be nasty and like hang way over my lip and it's going to look bad. But eventually it'll get long enough and I can kind of like work it down
Right.
into the
You
beard.
got to put in the time.
That never
I tried that
happened.
too.
Yeah.
It got really long and it just goes straight out.
Yep.
Like out in front of my face.
Like
No, I just-
whiskers.
Yeah, and I've had people. No, but not to the side like a cat's
Yeah.
whiskers, like just straight forward.
Like a
It's-
tusk.
Right? Yeah, it's really bizarre.
Like a
angler
unicorn horn.
fish.
Yeah.
And I did. My sister-in-law made a comment. She was like, "Why does that happen? That's not normal." I was like, "Oh, thanks." That's the first thing she said to me in like
Would
a
you
month.
get new boots? Gay.
No, she said, "Oh, if your brother grew out his facial hair, would it look like that?" And I was like, "All right, it's good to see you too."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to break up with him or anything if he were to do
I
that.
don't want to
Yeah,
have
I
to
would.
divorce.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's what I call it. Just breaking up. All right, that's
that
been
was that. I
that's
thought it'd be
been mustache chat.
right.
Shit.
You know, it's one of those things
Must
where it's
chat.
like
Must chat, yeah, there we
everybody probably wonders whenever they do something different.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, should people notice? Shouldn't they notice? Like, you know, you get a new
Right.
haircut, and you don't want everybody to be like, hey, that haircut. But then at
Why'd
the
you
same
do that?
time,
That-
if no one says anything, you're like, does anybody even know?
It blows me away because I usually let my hair grow out to the fullest. Mm-hmm. Like, where it's just like, this is fucking unbearable. And I probably cut like close to 6 inches off. Mm-hmm. And people don't notice. And it's like, did you just notice that my head is like way smaller now? Like, nothing. You got nothing? All right.
I just hate small talk to the extreme, so I'm not going to look at you, Colin, and go, oh, hey, you have a mustache. And go, yeah, I do. And then that's like, no. And I'm not going to do that with you either, Joey. Oh, haircut. Because I'll like
Interesting.
try to have, you know, always trying to have the deepest conversation.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You might have gotten your haircut.
But 9/11 was an inside job, right?
Nice. But then you rag on Butler for his sobriety. Yeah, it was you. No, it wasn't me.
No, at my work, it's just any smallest little thing you get complimented for. And
Oh, how
I
nice.
don't,
Oh, that's nice.
nice.
No,
dig.
it's not nice. It's annoying. So
Oh.
I don't change
Oh.
anything. I don't change anything.
You have looked the same.
I wear the
for a
same
while.
jacket and like the same 3 pairs of pants and the same.
Just don't wash your clothes.
I started wearing these shoes because my other ones were falling apart, and for like days, it was nice shoes.
Oh my god, that's why I don't want to work in an office
Those are like
setting. Fuck that.
darker olive green. Like
So I'm
they're very
constantly-
They're
blend
basic
in,
ass
you know,
shoes.
just basic shoes.
I'm trying to find the perfect job between office setting where no one has anything to talk
mean,
about, so they notice something different because they see you every day,
See, mine's
or
half and half.
blue collar dudes calling me gay because I
See,
brought a
mine-
Capri
for
Sun
being
to work.
sober.
My work,
Wait, you don't
My work,
snort
though, is-
pills anymore? Are you fucking gay?
my work's half and half though, because I get both sides. The front office, I get that, and then I
Oh,
go
yeah,
out in the
fucking-
back,
yeah.
and they're like,
beat
"Well, this
you
is
up.
some gay fucking shoes,"
no.
and then they take them from me.
Oh wow.
Well, that's why, yeah. Front office and warehouse or whatever don't mix. It's two different worlds.
Right.
So
That's right. We're about to enter two different worlds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Good
You like that
segue.
segue?
Yeah. Thanks for taking care of all of that for me, Colin. I
Dang.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
This week, 30 medieval nights
Yes.
v 30 days of night vampire style.
So we get to be the heroes.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, well, speaking of,
It depends.
Joey and I are spending this episode in the dark.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys brought all this heavy chainmail, Colin Butler. You brought all this heavy chainmail and it's weighing you down.
Right.
It's going to slow you down, and me and Joey are going to be able to
Steal
rub
our
our
cars.
faces into your neck real good.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. Would you guys, Colin Butler, like to kick it off and tell us what a night is?
I'm gonna let me start.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't you dare tell me the synopsis of Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Oh no,
Ooh.
And by that I
Damn
mean
it.
absolutely do.
I thought about just watching Knight's Tale, but that was just
That would have been
been good.
accepted.
That was
First
just about-
night with Sean Connery.
There's
No
a
one
lot
knows
of
what you're talking
nights.
Richard Gere.
Stop crinkling your paper.
Hey, we did a book report. So Butler's gonna go first.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
two
fill
are
in
allowed to have
once.
paper because, you book reported.
Right. So,
Phones
so
exist.
buckle up because Wikipedia's coming at you.
That's a really
It
nice
is.
cover page you have, Butler.
Thank you. Okay, so a knight is a man granted an honorary title by a monarch or other political or religious figure, especially in a military capacity.
Okay.
That's what a knight is.
I totally blanked out.
yeah,
I wasn't listening. at
I'm
all.
on your team, and I was fading out.
My eyes rolled back and I slumped over.
I was watching Nick take a drink of water.
We'll buckle up.
Keep going.
They typically wore heavy armor,
Okay.
often plate over chainmail that went all the way up over the head, which is significant. Normally fought on horseback, so we rolling fast.
Okay.
Yes, they had to-
until you bite our horse.
You literally, they could fight without horses, but you kind of have to have a horse to be a knight. So that's
Right.
going to play a role for sure.
They all have a horse.
Is that like a
Yeah.
company car kind of deal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's the keys to your company horse.
They typically used a lance while on the horse, which I feel like would go right through a heart.
Yeah.
Normally, and then once they were dismounted, they normally preferred swords. Some use like large two-handed like claymores or long swords, and some would use like sword and shield, sometimes like a club and a shield.
Butler, this is crazy. This is like exactly what happened in A Knight's Tale.
Yes. Except this is
This is the synopsis of Black Knight.
in Alaska, I think.
Yeah, the synopsis of Black Knight.
Yeah,
It's been a long time. I assume it's just.
In Alaska.
I'll interject real quick, and then you
Please
can jump
do.
back in, Butler.
Oh, that was-
That yes, swords were a thing,
Sick.
but especially as time went on and plate mail came into being, because it wasn't for a while.
What was
just
it?
cha-
Aluminium? Aluminium?
Yes.
Chaluminum.
Aluminum.
That'd be my knight's name.
You know what?
Chaluminum.
I'm sure Taco Bell's going to come out with the chaluminum pretty soon.
Just a
Welcome
chalupa
to
wrapped in
Nottingham
aluminum.
Cribs. Check out my aluminum.
This is my horse. His name is Martin Lawrence. He just lives in my bathroom.
He came back through time in a well. No, that was a white kid. Different movie.
Yeah, was that a kid in King Arthur's castle?
Yes, it
okay.
was.
Damn, I got to know how Martin Lawrence went back in time in that movie.
I
Did he get hit in the head?
Yeah, he might have gone through a well.
You know what? You keep talking, Colin. I'm going to look it up.
It's always a well. Anyway, so it was chain mail for a long time, but then as it got into plate mail, especially say like 1200s, like 1400s.
Nerd.
Swords don't really do anything against plate mail. So a lot of heavy armor they'd rock picks, they'd rock war hammers.
Like an ice pick? Like
Yes, usually it literally just a big ice pick on the end of a stick. And that's because a sword
a
can't.
big nail.
Yes, it's like a baseball bat with a nail through it, but it costs like $10,000. Because a sword's not going to be able to cut through plate mail, so they had to have something that would puncture, or they just had to beat you alive inside of your armor.
Oh my
As long as
God.
you died inside the armor casing, they didn't have to like
fuck!
cut
It's like
you.
you wearing your own casket.
Right. So that's when maces came in.
It's efficient.
Morning stars.
Okay.
Flails, although there's a big debate whether those were actually used or if they were just like a
Nunchucks.
ceremonial thing.
Sweet nunchucks,
Yeah,
right?
sweet nunchucks, war hammers, which usually had a pick on one side, so you could like if you just hit somebody in the head, straight through that helmet, just a little, just no country for old men.
Yeah. That was, they had those like cattle killing things. Those like pneumatic.
What?
Like.
What day are ye closed, sir?
I got a news flash for you guys. Let me tell you how Martin Lawrence goes into the past in a Black Knight, or just Black Knight, not a Black Knight. He works at a place called Medieval World, and one day he has to clean the moat, and he falls in and
falls
gets
into the
sucked
moat.
into the past.
Man, it's been forever
Might
since
as
I saw
well
that.
be a
Man.
well or a toilet. I thought he was cleaning the bathroom. Sucked into the toilet.
He's a big dumb idiot, and he tried to stick his foot in the toilet.
All right.
So
Anything else?
I would just say the biggest downfall of the night was private armies. It became like non-efficient to use knights anymore because they're really expensive. There's
Right.
a lot of
Also, guns.
They wanted Skrilla to show, like
Eventually-
they wanted a bunch of money to show up to
Yeah.
do night things.
well, yeah. I mean, and I'm not going to go into all the economics, but that was pretty much the downfall of
Yeah,
knights.
but
Yeah,
real
this
quick,
isn't the
well,
prequels.
Knights' downfall as far as Battlefield, but Knights still exist to this day. Okay.
Oh.
Name
Do
us
they?
some knights.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence.
We got some. You all want to hear some current Knights?
Yes.
Yes.
They're not going to be
Ready?
famous celebrities, are they?
Oh, they are going to be
Damn it.
famous celebrities. Paul McCartney,
Okay.
We bring it in.
Elton John,
We bring it in.
Mick Jagger,
He's coming.
Charlie Chaplin, Ben.
He's not coming. He's not involved.
Ben Kingsley,
He can come.
Christopher Lee, and Christopher Lee was one of the few knights, or he didn't have to kneel when he got knighted.
What?
They let him
They're like-
stand.
Because they're like, oh, fuck.
They said
we're
it was
kneeling
good-
for Saruman.
Right,
Hell
they-
yeah.
Is the queen actually Xerxes?
Whoa.
Whoa!
All right, that's all I wanted.
Perfect. Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Did you know Clint Eastwood
No
is a knight?
fucking
I
way.
did.
But
know
it's from
that.
France.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Michael
knights.
Keaton, also French knight. Tim
I
Burton,
thought you were gonna say Tim Allen.
your boy.
I thought you were going to say Tim Curry, and I was psyched.
Tim Allen's the white knight. You see that mugshot? Oh, he used to traffic cocaine.
He's the last knight standing.
What you know about my man Sean Connery?
Obviously.
is a double knight.
What?
English and French.
Is
What's,
there
with,
ever-
we have
what's
a-
with France handing out all these knightings?
Well, knights
Who's the king
is
of France?
anywhere. You can be a German knight. You can be literally all of Europe eventually.
Can
at
I
knights,
be a
'cause
Kentucky knight?
Knights started with the
No, that's just white knight.
Yeah. Or something
Franks.
racist.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's where the Knights started.
All right.
They didn't even start in England. Michael Caine
Mike O'Kane.
is an English and French knight. What you know about Sir Ian McKellen?
Obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Double English knight.
Whoa!
From two different
they can never be
organizations.
killed?
There's two different
I thought they
organizations.
forgot, and he was just like, "I'll just get knighted again."
I'll do it again.
And he-
And what you know about
Too much kneeling in your
my
blood.
man, Mads Mikkelsen, is a he got knighted in Denmark and France.
okay. Oh, but not in England. Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Are
there
any
any-
of these knights also riders? Sorry.
Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
I think
Is
what's
Hasselhoff a
Kip?
knight?
Kip? Is that the no?
Kit.
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 Is the car? Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hasselhoff is not a knight. Oh, and then David Bowie turned it down. He didn't.
Dang.
He didn't accept his knighthood
Because he's not of this world.
He was like, "Nah, I'm good." But yeah. Oh, and real quick,
Your human traditions mean nothing to me.
to go with the good versus evil thing, we got the code of chivalry. Okay,
Milady.
there are 7 virtues that our knights are supposed to hold up. I
Opening
don't know if these
doors.
are real or if like some neckbeard wrote
Can I
these
guess
down.
all of them first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Opening doors.
Yes.
Putting your jacket down on.
Think
a
one
puddle.
word. No, one word answers.
Oh, they're one
7 virtues, one word
Okay.
answers.
I don't think opening
Doors.
doors is one of them.
Doors.
Yeah, okay.
Puddles.
Yep.
Uh,
Of mud.
fedoras.
Okay.
Milady.
Yeah.
is definitely one of the virtues.
Yeah.
Whimsy is one. How many have I done so far? Is that 5?
Like 11.
I don't know. I'm just
Consent?
Okay, go ahead.
Is that
I'm
one?
gonna. Okay. It's
Well, I was gonna
was
do
thinking
fun
it.
jokes.
You're
Then you
doing
said
great.
one words. So.
it's courage, justice, mercy, generosity, faith, hope, nobility. But on that note, with you, Nick, I'm just gonna jump over to fun night names.
oh, okay.
This isn't really a game because I couldn't find that many, but I just wanted to share with you. These are real knights that lived.
Lord Ronald
It's
McDonald.
really hard. Okay, when you Google funny night names,
You just come up with the Black Knight.
right? You come up with generators for like, you want a goofy night name? We'll
Sir
make
Lord
you
of
one.
Fartington.
Right. It's like, okay, no, I want like historic ones.
All right.
So I only have a few. We have Robert Guiscard the Crafty.
Ooh.
Yeah. Famous Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar. I butchered that. Is El Cid, which I'm pretty sure is the Lord.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the Sith.
It's the-
Okay. Obviously,
That's
we
it.
have Richard the Lionhearted. That's pretty hardcore. Sir James Douglas, the Black Douglas.
Oh,
awesome.
no.
Because apparently his skin was just a little bit darker than his brother's. Oh. So he was called the Black
That's
Douglas.
harsh, man.
It's pretty hard.
If he would have worked in an office, no one would have clowned him so much. But he was out there working.
Sir
all the
Henry
names.
Hotspur Perry.
Ooh.
Yeah. Edward of Woodstock was the Black Prince.
Okay.
I mean, those are some hardcore nicknames. And Charles Martel was the Hammer. And those
Oh,
also
that's where Daryl Isaac's descended from.
yeah. Yeah.
That's his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Frankish general. And of course Pippin the Short. I'm sure there's a lot of
Tight.
other fun ones, but for the life of me, I couldn't discern what was real and what was just like
Yeah.
4chan. I don't know.
There was no one who, like, there wasn't a knight that was, like, smelly and he was named Lord of the Flies or anything.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, one more thing.
Damn it,
'Cause-
Carl.
I want to talk about
Sorry,
these vampires.
one more thing, just because. Okay, there's 5 vows that all knights have.
All right, let me guess all of them.
No. Fear God and his church, serve the liege lord in valor and faith, protect the weak and defenseless. See, these are going to come into play.
Kill vampires.
Live by honor and for glory.
Mm-hmm.
Respect and honor women.
Whoa.
I don't know about that last one.
Yeah,
I
that
feel like
last
that
one
was
can't be
tacked
real.
on a couple years ago.
I'm really glad that, kill vampires wasn't on there because
Right.
I don't have a sort of a
I heard it.
will to do it.
Yeah, it wasn't. You weren't listening.
Okay.
It was in there.
Be
All right,
like Blade.
pass.
All right, Joey, let's talk about 30 Days of Night starring Jar Shartner.
Jersh.
I have to say right off the bat, I fucking hate this movie.
What?
Oh, yeah?
It's so fucking boring. Josh Hartnett's one of those actors that I have a huge problem with his face. Like Jay Courtney, what the fuck ever his
Yeah.
stupid fucking face name is.
Face
He just looks like he's always like just woke up. Like
Sure.
even in the face, not even just like a hairdo.
Right.
Like in the face, he's always just like, ugh. And he has like some beady little fucking eyes. I'm sorry. He's also gorgeous, but I hate looking at his face, you know?
Yeah. He's just one of those.
Really?
He had his like run in the early mid 2000s. Just like a regular white guy we're going to give a bunch of movie parts to.
Speaking of regular white
Of the
guys
well-
that are in the mid 2000s, my first note for this movie is poor Ben Foster. He just gets stuck with so many weird roles. It's like, oh, dude, you're going to be Angel in X3, and then you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be
Who
in
was he in this?
Pandorum. He was the stranger. at
Oh,
the
yeah,
beginning
the
of
guy
movie.
who was like, you got any raw meat?
Yeah.
hostage
Where's
with Bruce
he?
Willis. Like,
Yeah.
The character that didn't go anywhere.
yeah.
But out
okay.
of the protagonist, that was the person you had a problem with their face.
What, Josh
Not
Hartnett?
not the girl who's like catching like 1,000 bugs, even though they were in Alaska, because she couldn't close her fucking mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It was worse than Kristen Stewart. Is it Kristen Stewart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
This chick's mouth was agape the whole time. It's
But
true.
Oh,
okay,
man.
enough of my rant. I guess we'll talk about the vampires from 30 Days of Night. I guess they're Nosferatus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's ambiguous.
They're Draculas. They
They're-
have themselves a Renfield. That's who Ben Foster is. He's like their Renfield, basically.
a familiar
Yeah.
vampire term.
Right, but Renfield's the OG.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I was
true.
referencing.
But yeah, I also another reason why I don't like this movie. Don't like vampires. Don't give a fuck about vampires. At
These
all.
are not sexy vampires.
Yeah, these are barely vampires.
They're-
Yeah.
They're-
No garlic, no crosses, no holy water, no really anything except sunlight.
Yeah, sunlight
and like shooting them in the head.
Yeah, but you
Like
can just shoot these.
or decapitating them. Really,
They didn't do a fast healing or anything in the whole movie. There was no reason to believe that they would. You couldn't like cut off their arm and then be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, they're I mean, they're very similar to like fast zombies that still have a conscience.
yeah,
Right.
Like they can talk and communicate and stuff, but they, they want to feast. It's not even necessarily the blood. They just want to fucking devour people.
right. But they do it in this shitty way where they just like rub their face.
Yeah, they're
on
very
their necks.
twitchy.
They
just,
waste
like,
a lot of blood.
They do. Man, there's some vampire movies that they're very particular with the blood. But yeah, this one they're just. I mean, they're more savage. That's
Yeah.
all it is. And they are like they're scarier than normal vampires for sure.
they dress better. I don't know. Not really.
There's a couple good shots
blazers.
that kind
A lot
of
of blazers.
creeped me out. Like they chose actors and made their faces very like angular,
Yeah.
and stuff. So there was a couple. That bald guy was creepy.
Yeah, he looked
Like,
like a
coming
monster.
around the corner, and yeah, he had his like his fucking face sucked in, and he looks really creepy.
Yeah, but yeah, they basically you have to behead them,
Yeah,
and
Josh
their
Hartnett
their main
axes a
weaknesses
couple.
are sunlight and the vitamins generated from sunlight. More specifically,
yeah. But they still got the super strength, super speed.
Whoa,
They stop a
when did that-
car. Josh Hartnett and Open Mouth
Like
Lady.
3 of them pick up an SUV.
and flip
Yeah.
it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could probably run about 30, 40
Yeah,
miles an
because
hour.
there's one vampire that catches up with a car that they're going full speed.
Yeah.
They run people down really easily. So
There's still a lot
It's
of
vampires, but with less rules.
Ambiguity.
like
Ambiguity.
you guys can't be like, oh, here comes the Knight of Garlic. You can't stake us in the heart.
The
It's not
Knight
gonna
of
kill us.
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got a sunlight knight,
Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah.
Was Guy Fieri a knight?
if any of your knights are perhaps growing marijuana and they have those fake lamps
Yeah.
they use to grow
Ultraviolet.
marijuana. Yeah.
Lamps.
Oh, they got Mila Jovovich
Yeah.
for the movie Ultraviolet.
Oh man,
Guys,
you're doing
cut.
great.
which is the knockoff Aeon Flux,
Yeah.
which is the knockoff.
Why was the
Matrix.
hero's little brother supposed to be 12, but he was like 30?
I don't know,
He said
man.
he was 15.
That movie fucking sucks.
I don't know. The actor was like 30 years old with a baby face, and they were like, he was like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I went back and forth with it because there was a lot of cliche stuff, but
Right.
thought
I
some
enjoyed
of
it
was
overall.
Okay. Yeah,
I enjoyed it right up until the end.
right.
Fucking, just
Well, 'cause
fucking boring. They're
it-
just like
the-
Anne Frank for like a third of the movie.
That it does. Suck
Yeah, I wish
that
they
they're
hadn't
like,
done that.
Right, because you're like, oh shit, they got to survive for a month, and they're just like, all right, it's day 7.
They
day
blow
18, and then
over
it's
days like it's nothing.
Right.
And they just like put a couple tiny hairs on Josh What's-His-Face's face.
Oh yeah, I was like, after a month, he grew not even the mustache that you have right now, Colin.
It was like, man, if you're going to do it, just do it.
Right.
Like,
I
why?
didn't really notice that transformation because I was just so bored. Like, it's one of those movies where you like start taking notes and you're like writing down little like punchy, quippy things,
Yeah.
and then you just fucking stop.
Right, because the pacing's weird. Because the beginning is kind of fine. They're building up tension. What's going to happen? Ben Foster's walking into town. Oh, they melted all the cell phones.
Except the cell phones of the two main characters,
Right.
and then they just jam the cell phone
Satellite
tower.
phones.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah, that
I
part
think
was
Ben-
pretty
I
weak.
think that's why they didn't like Ben Foster.
So one creepy
He did a bad
homeless guy
job.
went around and pickpocketed everyone's phone.
I
in
know,
that
that's
town.
what I was wondering.
It was
It's like, how did he get all of their
what?
phones?
What?
Everyone knows the town population's like 300 people. Like
I think it was
everyone
like
knows each other.
500, and then it was down to 152 when
Right.
everybody left for the 30 days of night.
Right.
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Yes.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Not just in it's in a lot of places, but there's
Yeah.
also 30 days of day
That's what I thought
on
too.
the flip side.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like pitch black though, right? It's like a Twilight.
Right. That was the other thing is that they were like, I know it's just a stupid 2000s movie, but it was like, yeah, this is the last sunrise or whatever. And it's like, no, on that last day, there's like 30 minutes of sun. And it's just barely, it's like,
Right,
it's,
like-
it's a gradual thing. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
like
just like-
one day, there's just
Yeah.
no more sun for a month. And when he's like, hey, we're just going to survive till that last day or that 30th day. And it's like, on the 30th day, you're going to get 30 minutes of
Yeah.
sun. And then they're just going to kill you. Like, you're not going to be able to get anywhere in a half an hour, and you're going
Right.
to die.
Explain that or flat earthers. 30 days of night. How? Why?
Yeah, come at
Just
me.
in certain places. We'll fight you.
It's the ice wall.
Josh
bro.
Hartnett will fight you.
It's fucking projections.
So
The vampires were holograms.
One of the things we do have that not other vampires have is that they have like it's like a virus. Like they're like zombies. All you have to do is get scratched
Yeah.
by them, and then you turn
Yeah.
into a vampire.
Yeah.
They tried to ground it in realism a little bit,
Right.
Okay, so you guys both watched this movie without the subtitles.
Oh
of the
yeah.
Oh,
vampires.
yeah.
I watched. I got a cam obviously because I was like, I watched this in the theaters and I don't remember if it's good, so I'm not spending money on it. And the whole time, Danny Hudson or whatever, Houston or whatever his name is going like, and I'm like, I thought that they spoke words or like had some dialogue, but I guess not. They're just making noises. There's no subtitles. And then I'm talking to Joey like, yeah, dude, they didn't say anything. He's like, what are you talking about? I had subtitles.
I
And
got
was
double
like, "Oh."
subtitles. It's weird because
That's how it comes. I had no subtitles. Joey had double. He took my subtitles. Had double.
So the
subtitles.
closed captioning explained what they were saying, but also on the screen itself, like something like Avatar does, where it's like built into the movie. Apparently not, but yeah. Basically, all they were talking about is like making them believe.
What?
Yeah, like they didn't really explain
They were
necessarily
trying to
what they were
inspire all the
doing.
people in the town.
No, making them believe that they were real, which almost contradicts the plot of the movie because then they're just going to burn the town down.
Right. It's time for us
So
to
they
shine.
don't know that
Oh
they're
shit!
there.
Never mind. It's probably a better idea if they don't know about
Yeah,
us.
there was only
We've
probably
already
like
killed like 40 of them.
There was probably
we
only,
gotta
like,
make them believe.
8 or 9 lines in the
Yeah.
movie in the vampire tongue. And yeah, it was just like dumb stuff like that. Like when he was looking at Ben Foster, he's like, well, it's like, look at what they believe, and then breaks his neck. It's just like, what? It doesn't really make any sense.
He does say "no God" in English, and that's all I got from him.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just like trying to prove that they exist, but at the same time not,
Right.
because this movie sucks.
We prove to people that we exist, and then kill them all, and then start over again.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But yeah, those
Yeah.
are our weird, shitty vampires. I don't like this movie. I remember not liking this movie, and then I reaffirmed it last night.
if vampires are, that's the thing. If vampires were real, would you guys want to become a vampire?
Oh yeah, and they were really against bringing people in.
Yeah, like every time there was like someone
didn't-
turned, they were just like, "Fuck."
Yeah, they didn't want to turn any of them. They just wanted to devour them.
Yeah, so we don't want
Right.
to turn any of your
Well,
knights.
that's what happens when you like just rip somebody up and then just walk away. Like,
Yeah.
I got 2 drinks of blood. I better just leave all this blood here.
Well, no, that was like kind of purposeful. Of like they were just there to kind of like devour like a virus, other than like build their numbers. They're
Right.
They're fucking.
I'm just
elitists.
saying they were upset when new vampires would spawn. It was like maybe if you had drank all the blood,
Right.
that he wouldn't still be alive.
Yeah, instead of just like rubbing your head on their
Like,
on
we're
their
here to
neck.
drink that blood. I'll get a little bit, and then I'll just spray their blood everywhere and leave it.
But guys, no one answered my question. Do you want to be a vampire?
Depends on what kind.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
Like,
really.
If they were like, Nick, do you want to be a vampire? I'll do it right now for you. It'd be like, are you like
Is it like
Are you
Twilight
sexy? Yeah.
or is it I Am Legend? Those are very different.
What's your shiny level?
I mean, just thinking of like, okay, you have immortality, unsatiable thirst. What's the real benefit?
I'm a thirsty.
Well, some people would say immortality.
Yeah, that's the benefit.
I mean, immortality of
Strength.
how they describe it.
and you don't have to like
is
pay bills anymore.
the vampires
timeless.
explain their like plight as just like the vampire plight as just hunger and pain.
Which ones though? Because
Sometimes.
in Twilight it's nice.
They have a lot
Yeah.
of fun in Twilight.
But I don't know. It's like having AIDS.
Or I guess which kind of vampire do you want to be? Do you want to be a
Immortality.
Blade 2 vampire where your mouth opens up 4 different ways?
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want to be a Twilight? Do you want to be a
Do
Dracula?
you want to be a Wesley Snipes?
I don't like blood.
Well, yeah, I mean the ultimate goal is to be immortal and still like get to walk around in the sun and pay bills.
Like,
Yeah.
That's the
And
ultimate
just
goal.
like
Sell
And then
watches to pay bills.
sell watches and then shoot up whatever medicine you have to make you not.
I guess
from-
I'm just like too depressed and pessimistic to want immortality. You know, like
I
that
don't really
doesn't
want
seem-
to do this forever.
And I watched the Castlevania Netflix series where Dracula's just a fucking bummer because he's been basically cursed with immortal life, and eventually he just moseys around all sad because everyone around him keeps dying.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought we had fun with it, but it's depressing
yeah.
instead, so never mind.
I'm sorry to bring it down.
Yeah.
I don't like vampires.
I'm just gonna say no purely on the blood thing. Like I feel kind of pass out of you just talking about.
Yeah, like okay, you get like
What
super
if you just get to
strength and
drink?
stuff.
What if you just get to drink blood shakes? Like you have
You
someone
don't
else
see
take
it?
care of it for
You
you.
just have a Bloody Mary like twice a day. Or
Can I
something.
just insert it? Like,
What?
You don't want to
Whoa, what?
like blood pills?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Suppository? Blood suppository?
Sure.
Oh.
butt blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see like okay, cool. I'm like super strong and can't really die that well. I gotta
do you
go
do
to
with
work.
that? Yeah.
I got school loans. Like what?
You could
How's
live
that gonna-
mini
Eat those people.
pizzas though, Joey.
Eat 'em.
how's that gonna better my life? Just like I'm like a really strong dude that can't go outside. I guess I don't really go outside during the day
Yeah.
anyway. But
You were
am
telling
I
us
a
a-
vampire?
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, fair. So let's talk
cracked
about
it.
this fight then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me, okay, so we got to lay some ground rules out.
Yeah. When's Ian McKellen coming out to fight?
Right,
Oh,
right,
we'll bring
right.
him in.
So, thinking about this, I was thinking, okay, 30 Days of Night really wants like grounded vampires. Like it's a virus, like it's a disease, no magic. I thought they were going to at least go with if the head vampire dies, the rest go away, but they threw that out the window too.
I mean,
Well,
with
they
the
did. They walked away. They didn't turn.
Yeah,
But with the
it was
disease,
scurried away,
with the
yeah.
disease, that doesn't really make sense.
Right. That's more of a supernatural thing.
Right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I thought they were going to do the
That was more
supernatural
pack
thing.
mentality, which is more grounded once again. That like
Right.
you killed our alpha, we're gonna leave now.
So it's very grounded, but your guys can like throw cars.
Yep.
So, I think because
What's
this is
unrealistic
because
about
this is
that?
very real tournament.
Yeah.
we need to not be real.
Okay.
And what do I mean by that? I
know.
don't mean I'm gonna make myself our team super OP. It's that I want to have some fun here. I don't want just like 30 nameless shiny plated dudes on horses and like, well, in 1400 the vampires come through and because that'll be boring. It'll be like, okay, that guy died from
Right.
that nameless vampire. I'm thinking some kind of in Spider-Man there's a character called the Beyonder, right?
Nerd.
And he fuck you, Joey.
Take
and
those
he-
glasses off. Stop pushing them up.
Right. And he has Spider-Man, and then he's in like in a different dimension, and he wants to do like a chess game, and he's like, we need to choose heroes and we need to choose villains, and he like rips heroes and villains from Marvel.
It's like a fantasy league chess.
Right. It's Fantasy League chess.
And they don't fight. He just moves like you're the horse. So
You're the horse.
you go in
knight?
an L shape.
Was it the
The
night?
horse.
No.
You had your chance.
Oh, I had
Oh
a
fuck!
chance.
You had your chance.
Why did I just say rook? That was the first thing I was gonna say.
Bishop. So I'm thinking vampires are attacking. Maybe I don't know.
A chess
A
tournament.
town in Alaska.
Are we gonna say it's gonna be a 30 days, or is it gonna be like a single night?
Oh, these nights have to last for 30 nights.
okay. Well, I was trying to think like where in
Or kill 'em
the
all.
world is Carmen
Carmen
Sandiego.
Sandiego.
Yeah. Denmark maybe gets 30 days a night. England doesn't. Even probably northernmost Scotland, I bet doesn't. Maybe.
We hit the North Pole.
Or maybe it's Iceland. It doesn't matter.
It's Santa Claus.
Wherever this place is, the call goes out. We're under attack by evil.
Evil.
And now, we need some knights.
Assemble.
Knights from the greatest knights from all of the times. Come forth. And so I think a bunch of knights magically show up wherever. Maybe we got mostly knights on horses. Maybe we got some knights with like muskets. And we also have
You got like King Arthur rolling through?
Yeah, we got King Arthur, we got Elton John, Ben Kingsley, Patrick Stewart, obviously, Anthony Hopkins, Clint Eastwood.
So you have a bunch of 80-year-old men.
You have a bunch of old actors.
No, hold on.
We have some.
We have them in their prime because we went from time.
All right,
Am
so
I
you
right?
have a bunch of middle-aged actors.
Yeah, like-
in plate mail.
Yeah, well, they're fucking knights. Get over it. Sean Connery,
Heath Ledger.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Are we talking about alive and dead? Because
Sure, Charlie Chaplin can be here too. I think they could.
Are
be
you
fun.
just so you're like setting up this cool fantasy scenario where you're like knights from all over the time, and you're just picking actors from this
No.
era?
There's not 30 of these guys.
Okay.
We'll do 10.
He's ruining.
Okay. I thought 10, and then the rest, and then we do like 10 or 15 horse guys, like plate mail, and then with various weapons. We don't have to really keep track of them because that's going to be a huge pain in the ass. And then maybe we got some that like are in like the 1600s, and they've got a little bit of armor, but they got like some muskets or something. You know, mix it up.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we did say 30 knights, and that's it. You can be as specific or not as you
Right,
want.
because if we just like it's 1400 and then the vampires come and then it's 40, it's really hard audience to keep track of large groups of people, and it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
if you're just like okay, it kills 5. I don't know, just nameless.
Which attic
also-
are you guys planning on hiding in for a week?
No, I think. See,
Who's going to get the one axe?
Yeah, which one of you guys gets the one axe?
The one axe in
It takes, like-
an Alaskan town where everybody's rough and tumble and doing their own shit.
One axe?
Fucking axe.
the sheriff who's looks like he's 19 years old
Yeah.
is gonna lead
I
these
know.
people.
Yeah. All these older men are like, yeah, tell us what to do, man. You're the sheriff. It's like, yeah, for what, like 6 months?
and
Funny.
and probably not for vampires. No. Okay, so we're not your bitch ass survivors. We're knights here to kill you.
Right.
So
We come down in some sort of sky beam, drops us
Oh.
all off.
You doing a Thor coming in from the Bifrost?
Yeah.
see, I was just gonna do a real vague roll up, but he took.
We,
it there.
they were
That's
just gonna like
fine.
walk up like medieval knights.
Here we
and
all
Elton
are.
John.
They're here, yeah. Okay, answering a call. I like that. They're rolling up, and I think they're calling out the vampires. They're not like they're.
Oh,
not
they're like,
gonna-
monsters, show thyself.
Right, there's 30 knights. Like that's a big deal back in their time to have 30 together.
30 people in one place.
No, but knights.
Yeah.
Knights were like the highest elite,
No, I
like
understand.
officers.
I hate to break it to you, Butler. There's a lot more than 30. Wouldn't be that many. It'd be a goodly number for
It
sure.
was decent.
Because we have a vague number
But
of
like when
vampires.
armies got together,
Yeah, we haven't even talked. We have about, I'd say we have about 20 solid vampires.
Yeah.
or depending
I
on
get-
the certain Dutch angle, 5 or 35.
I get that armies were larger, but having that many knights in the
Right,
army
but the
wasn't-
knights weren't necessarily generals. You know what I'm saying?
but they were officers. I didn't say generals.
True.
They were elite.
It's like having
soldiers.
30 sergeants in one platoon.
True. Yes.
In the time period I'm trying to elicit, they were elite soldiers. I'm not.
no,
talking
they're
about
elite
the-
soldiers. I agree
30
with you.
master chiefs. Boom.
Why didn't we
I think
do-
it's going to be like a Monty Python and the Holy Grail. They all get beamed down, and then there's a big talking. I don't know. It's
Cartoon puppet thing?
No, who did I just say earlier? The Beyonder, and he's like knights, and his mouth is moving like a puppet, and he's like, "There's vampires and evil here. You must vanquish them for my pleasure."
I don't like that. But if you want,
Somebody has to transport them there with magical
Yeah.
powers.
Are you just sad that he said my?
I think we
Pleasure.
just do because we're the very real tournament.
You guys are the
gods.
Beyonders?
Whoa!
You're
So
talking to the knights?
So Elton John is like, "Whoa, did two guys like here from 2019 Just beat me down here. What the fuck?
Yes.
All right.
No, and I think they're like a big row of 30 horses,
Okay.
and they all have got it's nighttime,
Yeah.
twilight.
Even
Ish.
the celebrities are dressed up. They appear with a horse and
They have
weapons.
some aluminum on.
They have.
Elton John's got his helmet. He also has the sparkle glasses.
Yeah. Over top and
Yeah.
underneath.
If it's young Patrick Stewart, he's still bald but has a really long ponytail.
Yep.
It's kind of gross. He's timeless though. I love him.
Yep.
and torches.
Ian McKellen can move metal.
Right. There's no in Patrick Stewart's helmet. There's a slot cut out for his ponytail to hang out the back, so you
Perfect.
know which one is him.
All right. Cool.
Right.
So okay, we have Stryker from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
Do we also get Josh Hartnett?
Oh,
yeah.
he does turn into a vampire.
Yeah, like maybe
Sure.
he doesn't kill Stryker from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
He gets out there and he's like, "You guys seem cool. My stupid bitch of an ex-wife is under that car over there." Because the whole time they were just like, "We have problems." That's
What
it.
the
They didn't
fuck
even
with
say if
those
they're married.
problems?
Or were they
They
married?
did say
They
they
are
were
married.
married.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
But it was he was just like, "Do you want to talk, Stella?" He didn't sound like that. He was like, "Do you want to talk, Stella?" And she's like, "Ah."
you can give me the ride to the airport, and then we'll talk. We can talk then. And he's like,
What a
"Hey,
bitch.
Billy, take my bitch
Yeah.
to the airport."
What
like
a
it
bitch.
doesn't
But they didn't go into it like at all.
at all.
It was
He
so
didn't want
vague. It's like,
kids.
did she cheat on him?
Yeah, nothing.
She
Someone
always
didn't
looked
want
like she
kids?
wanted to say something. Dude, it was so distracting.
But
Oh my gosh!
it's
It's like,
like the
vampires
writers
running around. She's like,
They didn't care or know what their problem was, so they just kept it vague. It was frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
So-
did you know that there was a sequel?
Yeah,
What?
because the first link that I clicked on took me to that one instead, and I was like,
Yeah,
this
I
doesn't
was-
seem right."
I was gonna watch it, but I didn't want to put myself through straight to
30
DVD
Days of Night,
trash.
Dark Days.
Dark Days. It picks up with her, and she writes a fucking book about what happens to expose vampires. And so the vampires get mad. The LA vampires get mad. And so she exchanges the proof of vampires for maybe a way to resurrect her husband
Ew.
by basically, I think it boiled down to pouring blood on his ashes
Right.
because they can't stay dead for too long. You can just
what?
pour
Is
some
it the
blood
same
on-
actress?
no
Okay.
fucking way.
Yeah. No.
Well, what else is she in? I feel like I would have
She's in
noticed
stuff.
that.
Melissa
open,
George?
gaping
Yeah.
mouth.
She's in stuff.
She's in stuff.
Okay.
Probably
Doesn't
about
matter.
as much stuff as Josh Hartnett, but you know who Josh Hartnett is.
Yeah, he's
Hollywood
lucky number
Homicide?
11.
Was it him in Hollywood Homicide?
Yes, him and
Harrison.
Harrison
Is Harrison Ford also wearing a T-shirt throughout that whole movie?
probably just being a grump.
All right, so these fucks could crush you inside your armor.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to be on it.
But we have real good weapons for beheading.
We
Also,
do.
it's nighttime. You guys probably can't see very well
It
in
is
your armor.
nighttime.
That's what they
Oh.
say when they show up.
It's nighttime.
nighttime.
No. I covered that. You didn't hear me. They all have torches.
That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
Charlie Chaplin yells that out.
So
It's
no one
nighttime, and they're like,
And
"Aren't
everyone's
you
like-
fucking dead?"
And he was like, get it? It's sort of a double entendre.
Shave your mustache, piece of shit.
Okay,
No,
so I
he
think
just
that's
holds
sort
up
of...
a sign that just says.
I
it's
think
nighttime.
that's the battle cry for both sides.
It's
They just have two different meanings. It's nighttime versus it's nighttime.
Oh, dude. Okay, so imagine the poster for this fight. movie.
Okay.
And then you have one poster that's all the nights and it says it's nighttime at the bottom with a K.
Yeah.
And then it's the vampires on the other poster.
Yeah.
It says it's nighttime.
I know it's funny because one's a really boring thing to point out.
It is 9 p.m.
Oh man.
Time to do Dracula stuff.
I can pay my taxes now. It's dark outside.
Is that
Man,
when you pay your
summer
taxes?
really sucks, right? Like the days are super long. Like
Oh,
I feel we get
God.
cheated. I'm really into winter because those days are mad short. I get lots of time to go out and hunt people.
What
It's
is this
hot in
bit?
the coffin. Jeez.
When are they gonna make coffins air conditioned? Am I right? I'm working on my tight 5 for the vampire comedy store. Guys, it's hot as fuck in those coffins. Am I right?
Just joking, guys. We don't use coffins. We use a ghost ship. Who here's seen Ghost Ship? Am I right?
Am I right? Is this comedy?
Ghost Ship? Somebody?
All right, let me write down how you all responded to these jokes. So, your knights are rolling in, and the vampires sneak up behind them and kill all of you.
What?
And I did it.
But it's real shaky.
No. Look, yeah, 3 or 4 of them picked up an SUV, but they weren't. I don't know. They weren't like Superman strong.
I mean,
now-
he just stepped on a dude's skull and crushed it.
But now we're rolling in the catapult.
But we basically have 2 skulls.
Whoa!
he has
that's
to put
true.
double the effort into it.
He does.
It
Right.
seemed pretty effortless. It wasn't even like the curb stomp
Right,
in
he
American
didn't
History X. Like
yeah,
it wasn't
it was-
even that hard.
was
He was
just
just kind of like he just kind of put his weight on it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're really dense. I don't know.
Hey,
Too
maybe
much
some of
blood
these-
in your blood.
Damn it! I was gonna use that fuck. Ian
Man.
McKellen's on my team, dog. I was gonna find the perfect.
Also, I have to call back real quick to the Hellboy episode. I'm so mad at myself because I never said too much demon in your blood for Constantine.
Yeah.
I was kicking myself in
As
the butt.
soon as
on
we
the
got
way
out the
home.
door,
Yeah, I was
audience,
like,
Nick was like, "What?"
too much demon in your blood.
He screamed that the
Sorry.
whole drive home. It was really awkward.
Your drive homes and drive here's are apparently the worst.
Yeah. Well, Nick doesn't talk to me. He's just like, "I should have said this."
You're
But
trying
you
to
c-
comment.
clap
He's
back.
Just,
Where were the clapback?
Yep, and I just keep screaming, "We have to go back!"
Man, I'm just desperately going over this single page of paper, trying to.
What
find,
else do I have?
What else? Oh, I wrote in our powers. I've got horseback, plate mail, swords, hammers, money.
Knights did have a fair bit of money.
We're
put a
all
question
very
mark?
rich. No.
oh.
Oh, and flail. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
what-
William Wallace was also a knight.
There you go. Oh, we're not including him because Mel Gibson fucking sucks.
Got him.
You know who doesn't
Whoa.
suck? Ian McKellen. So he's fine.
If maybe he's like a necessary evil. Like they got to go to him and bring him out of retirement.
Damn.
So how does Chiluminum do in the cold? Because it's real fucking cold.
Yeah, like how
it does
much?
great because these guys are very insulated.
They're toasty.
Okay.
You know,
With
what I'm saying?
more metal.
No, they were.
Well, yeah,
metal's
because
not
their
touching
heat-
your skin.
Yeah, right. Because your body heat is bouncing back off of the metal that you're encased in, your metal tomb that all of your men are in.
But you also
Plus-
wear stuff under it.
Right,
You're
they're
not
totally
just, like,
wearing
bare
padding
metal.
and jerkins and all sorts of stuff.
Just metal on a naked body. It's form fitting.
But no,
peel
that's
off your
just
skin.
the
No, they're wearing basically like big FUBU coats under those plates, dude.
Yeah, but the FUBU coats are pressed up against metal, which are like ice cold. And then
Right, but the heat's
what's
being
chemistry?
they-
The law of like transfer or whatever.
Whatever, nerd.
They're gonna fucking
Kill some
nerd.
vampires.
I'm just saying, like,
Chemistry.
yo, they're in a fucking like ice box, and they have a coat on underneath.
Or most likely like a like some sort of silly shirt. Like one with like very like wavy
Thermal diffusion.
Thermal diffusion. I think that's
That's
it.
not it, but it is
Something-
it's-
something
They don't
close
have
to that.
Under Armour on under there. It's more like a very like
no.
loose-fitting
they've got
shirt.
Super pet. It's like it's
Got
literally like a
hide.
coat. It is hot
I feel
Okay.
like no one
All
here's
right.
ever seen
because they have to
Game
have
of
the
Thrones.
padding because the metal is just there to like keep from the cutting.
Right.
But if you get fucking like kicked in the head by a horse, you got to have some padding under there.
sure.
So they
We
basically
all
wear
have
these
like
So they're
sorry.
like metal plated football players.
yeah, they got padding under there.
Yeah.
A lot of padding.
Sure. We just have cool like trench coats, overcoats, things like that.
So the heat
Blazers,
is
lot of
going to get
blazers.
a lot of blazers.
I mean, yeah, it's cold, and I'm sure their hands are going to be cold, their feet maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but you know the heat's trapped between the padding and their bodies. It's not.
Man, we're
the
getting real
metal doesn't
sciencey.
really-
Where the
See,
jokes save us, Butler.
I'd say maybe
Well-
the cold if they just sat down
Nick.
for, maybe
If they stand still too long,
right, then maybe the joints of the armor start to freeze up, but they'd have to be still for a long time.
What you guys do have on your side is you all have bladed weapons or pointed weapons.
Right.
And that's the thing that works the best.
Well, I think if we're gonna do the cold angle though, like scientifically, what's keeping them vampires warm? I think they're getting hypothermia and they dying.
so they have basically it's just their like senses are dulled.
Yeah.
They aren't like at unlimited power.
Yeah, semi-limited power.
Semi-limited power, but
Which is funny because they just find everybody that walks outside for like a second.
yeah.
So, yeah, their powers are dampened,
Man.
but they still have like super
they can still-
smelling, super tasting,
But
super
they're
hearing.
super dumb.
tasty.
Did you see that trap they laid where it's like they send the girl out to say, "Help me, help
Sure.
me,"
But that
and
one guy
right
falls for
behind her, there's like 10 vampires, like 20 feet above her on a roof.
They don't
like
fully
sitting there
understand
waiting.
nighttime.
Yeah.
They're like, no one can see.
I was
We're
like,
invisible.
are we supposed to? Do we see them as the audience or the character? And Josh Hartnett, it's like, whoa, you see all those vampires? They're up there.
Maybe if they would have had like ski mask on with their black blazers, but
They
it's
would have
the
been
pale-
even spookier.
It's the pale skin in the pale moonlight
bunch of
that lights them up.
Our town's been infiltrated by 20 burglars.
They've got the white and black striped shirts.
They've One of them is the Hamburglar.
That would be fun.
That's Jules.
Don't let your things get burgled. Also, if you confront them, they have guns. They'll kill you. And they've killed all the dogs, and since they're burglars, they've stolen all your cell phones. They've stolen the cell reception. Should I keep going?
A greasy man no one's ever seen stole everyone's phone.
How'd he get there? It's like 80 miles of tundra out there.
Yeah. I was about to say earlier when we were joking about the coffin, they don't have coffin, they just have the ghost ship, dog. Or did I already say that? I already said that.
Fuck
did.
you.
I don't know. There's just a lot of cool things in the movie that I like wish they elaborated on.
Right.
And they
But it's a
instead
bad
elaborated
movie.
on the attic.
A
Yeah.
lot of cool things Knights did.
Name 6.
Name 6.
Joan of Arc.
All right.
Okay.
Crocodile Rock, Rocket Man, Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
Lord of the
Ghost
Rings,
Army.
The Two Towers, Count Dooku, Count Dooku again.
All right.
Headless Count Dooku.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, does anyone have any other points to make?
Man, it's tough when It's just I'm thinking about this fight. It's tough when there's like large groups,
Right.
and you're like, oh, and they start clashing. Oh, and they're look out now, they're clashing. Isn't this interesting, audience?
Oh, that one's wiggling on that one's neck.
There is going to be a lot of wiggling. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Of
Well, I think
cod
the only
pieces.
thing we can establish at this point is how your team is going to fight. Like, are they going to have more of a guerrilla mentality, or are they just going to meet them in the
We're
field,
gonna stick
basically?
together.
Like, are they going to come out when they call for them, or are they going to, like, chill and make them come to them?
I mean, there's the scene in the movie where they just like go ham on, like they start out picking people off.
Yeah, they just suck
And-
you under houses. And
Right,
stuff.
they kept sucking people under houses and shit. And then, or just into darkness in general. And then they just went full on attack the town.
How tall are they?
They're regular people size.
Because we're up on horses.
Right?
Not
Right.
easy to just suck us under a house.
Horses.
We'll suck the whole horse under the
What? No.
They could pull a horse. Not I'm
Right,
saying I'm not saying in
several
one
of them.
like swift motion. It's horse and knight under the house. I'm saying they could knock a horse over.
Yeah, they can.
What
do
I'm
that.
saying is they suck a horse under the house and the night falls off.
yeah.
I'm trying to keep you all from getting a little too carried away because it was like 4 of them that picked up the back end of that SUV.
I know, but dude, they could jump up and knock you off a horse. That's
Yes,
fast.
they can do that, but
He
they can't.
swiped it at a dude's
fucking-
leg and broke it.
They
Yeah.
can't like Dyson suck you under a
No.
whole horse. Like,
Obviously
I
not,
just-
but I guarantee one of those
I will
vampires
fight-
could take a horse by one leg and rip it over.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm imagining. Just like
I don't know
suck the
that
horse down
one
under-
could lift a horse above their head.
Probably not.
you have. Also, they stopped that car in the middle of it going like 40 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
They stopped it dead in its tracks.
So they can stop the horse, but can they pick up the horse?
I don't care.
They could tump them. They could tump a horse.
Yeah,
very
they can
easily.
tump horses.
Your knight, he looks away. He has
I just
he
don't
has
think
really
they
bad
could-
peripherals.
they could, like-
then the vampires
Because
come.
he just has slits.
He has slits. Two
Whoa, whoa,
vampires
whoa,
come,
whoa,
grab one leg, and then
whoa,
suck that horse
whoa,
right under the house.
Whoa. You're forgetting.
And then how fast can a knight get up?
You're forgetting.
Real fast.
No.
We have Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, I forgot
his
that because
eyes-
he's a guy.
His eyes are always fucking crazy, and so he doesn't
Or
have a
he
helmet.
only has one of them.
And yes, he doesn't have a helmet. He doesn't have feelings.
In his face.
James Bond
Or
Was that
emotions.
World Is Not Enough, or is that?
It's
It's at the next one.
Casino Royale, dog. He's bleeding from his eye.
Oh, I'm thinking of Pierce Brosnan movie where the guy doesn't have like punches the thing. He's like, I feel nothing.
No
The
one
guy
saw
feels
those
I
nothing.
got no emojis.
Yeah, I thought that was Mads. Whatever. Fuck. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he doesn't feel pain, but he does always have a weird eye thing going on. And I think he's going
half
no
the time
helmet,
he has like one eye. He
and
has, like, an eye
he's gonna
patch.
be looking for vampires with no helmet.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be their watchman.
I mean, I think he's like your. Yeah, because also he's an actor.
He's our wild card.
But
he's done action films.
I think you guys can do mad damage, but you're just so slow is the problem.
They're not that slow. Common misconception.
Yeah.
Knights are actually pretty fast. Though that armor can articulate good.
Unlike
I don't know how to quantify it without showing you a video.
Oh,
No,
you
I-
can show
it's-
me a video when we take a break, but
Like, they, no matter what, they're hindered
yes.
by the
Right, yes,
pounds
they're
and
hindered.
pounds and pounds of shit. These vampires,
Can't bite through.
they can't bite
their
through,
neck plates.
but they can, like, you said it yourself that, like, a lot of the knights died by just being beaten in their tin can.
Right, but
And
if,
these
I'm saying,
vampires have a lot of brute force, and they're fast.
so we stick together. Well, I'm saying like this. Yes, I understand all those things. If the knights are together and they're on horses, so you can't just like run up and do something as easily because they're up on a horse. You also have the horse to deal with. There's not as many vampires as there are knights. So if you attack one knight, he's got a dude right next to him that can just turn sword. You know what I'm saying? If we stick
Sure.
together as a team, you can't just like, oh yeah, they all.
Is it
If they
just-
could all grab one.
30 dudes back to back.
That's what I'm saying. They're not in a giant circle back to back with swords out.
Maybe.
Like these vampires aren't going to run at you guys like an army.
Well,
okay.
that's what
Okay,
I
well, I'm
asked for
saying,
you.
Right.
well, that's why we're
And I
sticking
finally got
together,
to your
so we're
answer,
not getting
Butler.
picked off.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
That's all I wanted.
yeah,
going
they're not
into
getting
the
picked
break.
off. But then all of a sudden, fucking Patrick Stewart's horse gets sucked under a house real quick, and everyone's kind of freaking out a little bit.
I don't. But
Was he on the horse?
I think it was common.
Yeah, he fell off. He got right back up. He's fine, but his horse sucked under that house.
I think it was pretty common for them to get dismounted. That's why they did. They had the lance and then
Yeah.
sword and
But
shield.
how's
Sure,
his skull?
I'm giving it to
Their
you.
horse
I'm
always
just
died.
saying, someone's getting freaked out because a horse got sucked under a
Yes,
house.
they're getting freaked out. They just got ripped through time and space
Yeah.
to come here. A bunch
Well,
of actors and dudes from
just-
1300.
I mean, just right there, like a lot of like misdirection. Oh shit, that horse got sucked under the house. There's something under the house. Attention is drawn there. Then you
And then
fucking
one of them just gets fucking plucked off their horse and get rubbed on. I'm saying they're sneaking up on them, dog.
To where though? Like off wires?
Off
Like how do you
screen.
just pluck them up off into the air?
Screen.
These are movies.
But ours isn't. It's real life.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen
Portals.
fighting
Yeah.
a vampire
You're
on a
also-
horse.
Yeah, you think Mads Mikkelsen
You're
can
giving,
take off
you're giving me
vampires?
shit about this. There's plenty of dark corners and stuff in this old town,
And they
in
all
the
have
middle.
slit eyes.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
so
can't
now
see
we're in an
anything.
old town.
We're in 30 Days of Night Town, dog. What are you talking
I
about?
didn't realize we were in that town. I thought we were trying to figure out.
We're
where
in
we were.
downtown LA. It's 4 in the afternoon,
and there's a predator.
and there's a predator. Danny Glover's chasing him, but he's not a knight, so he's not involved in this one. Fuck you, dog. They're in the fucking old creepy town. There's plenty of dark corners. Someone's getting sucked into a corner.
I don't think we're gonna ride that close to the houses, though. You know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Once
There's
that happens,
30 of you.
What,
30
okay.
of you in a line.
Well,
no,
once-
no, I'm not doing this.
But I'm saying, okay, so someone gets sucked off the side. They're not going to be like, "Whoa, that fucking sucks. Let's keep walking down this like basically alleyway."
No, I know.
With our
they
horses.
look for him, they can't find him, and then they're like, "Oh shit, where did Mads Mikkelsen go?" And then from the other behind, another guy gets taken.
So
into
after
a
like
shadow.
5 guys go, the rest of them circle up
Sure.
because they're getting picked off. So now we're circled up.
Until we start sending out little girls to bait you guys with.
Ooh, we do have that tenet that says something about respecting
Puddles.
The puddles don't. Yeah.
We turn her into
the
a
little girl
puddle.
runs out, and we just instantly someone
Throw a coat
Yeah.
on the
They
snow.
take off their armor on and throw the backplate onto the snow.
No, we're
Yeah,
not losing our
Patrick
armor.
Stewart pulls
They
a
have
cape
to, Butler.
out from
It's your
somewhere and starts
fucking
reciting
code.
a monologue and like lays out.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart tips his fucking fedora that's on top of his helmet.
on top of his night hat.
On
Yeah,
top of
and while
his-
they're watching
right on
the
top of
lady
his
walk on the
skullet.
back plate over the puddle, which is on top of the snow, someone else gets fucking sucked into a shadow.
You can't have a little girl walking on puddles of blood.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's what
But
it is.
then one of yours tries to suck one up, and we stick a sword through his fucking throat and cut off his head.
Boom.
Okay.
I'm taking
right.
one too. I'm
Yeah.
taking one too.
Take one, Butler. Yeah, you take one.
You're gonna
just
just
saying,
keep taking our celebrities.
I'm saying,
Okay,
if
hold on.
you
But it
can't
makes you can't argue that it doesn't make sense that these knights are walking through time, first of all, and then into a dark town where these vampires, they were born in the night. Your knights merely were tapped on the shoulder with a sword. They were he was born in it. These vamps
Just
bred in
tapped it.
Yeah, these knights just adapted it. Just tapped it.
just tap it.
They adopted it, just like Batman did.
You're making them sound like they're just like dudes with armor. They're like
That's what Colin made them. He said they're actors in armor.
Some of them.
like 10
Some
of
of them.
like 10
And
of
they
them.
all have experience on horses.
That's a third of them.
Stage
Sure.
combat. Stage combat.
But
Look it
the
up.
other
Look up those
20?
classes.
The other 20
They're
have killed
expensive. I
hundreds
couldn't
of
take
men.
them, dog.
Hundreds.
Okay.
How many
Yes.
vampires though?
Right. I'm saying.
I don't know.
Okay,
How many
so
dudes
you-
with superhuman strength and agility
when
can't
Nick
tell you.
says
nighttime?
when Nick says they get plucked into the darkness, he pulls his hand up. Like, what
Maybe
did a
he
net
doesn't.
come down and grab them?
They could
Yeah,
jump
stage
real high.
wire.
They could probably jump about
no,
like
but
a
then you'd have
6-7
to land.
foot vertical.
You'd have to land on top of him, grab him, and then try to jump away.
Maybe hold on.
Okay, I keep doing that with my hand. It should be more like this.
Okay, well, I'm saying
That
once
was me
that
pulling
happens
back.
a couple times and they form a circle pointing outwards, you can't just like
Hold on.
grab.
Colin,
I
think
agree
it's-
with you.
I think it's like this. I think there's about 11 of them, and they form like a slinky maneuver, and they grab someone,
Whoa,
and then they come back.
why'd you say we're already down to 11?
No, these are
Oh.
vampires.
Oh, they
Yeah,
form like
they're
a
already
like a
down to
ladder of
Yeah.
vampires, and
Like
they just
a- like
snake
kinda
out.
like stretch
ants? You fucking-
Like ants. Yeah, there's one guy climbing on top of him, and that's how they get away so fast. Is all of the vampires are like using their hands to help.
They-
them pull
It's like a barrel of monkeys.
They hook all their trench
Yes.
coats together.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's a group effort.
Oh yeah, and your knights are really offended because none of them have laid down their trench coats for any girls to walk over any blood.
And now it's on.
Well, one of the other tenants was being
They're like, "You're not very noble, monsters."
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there's definitely lots of ye old cursing.
Good.
Thou art villain.
I will slay you, rapscallion.
Right.
Okay. Well, you two, and I'm referring, of course, to Colin and Butler, are being rapscallions right now. So
What?
me and Joey are on the right side of this fight for sure. And we're going to take a quick little break and set you two straight so you don't keep fucking this podcast up so bad. Because I'm going to win because I have fucking vampires and you have actors. So let's take a quick break. All right. We've calmed down by now. It got a little intense back there just a few seconds ago.
Right. We were acting like we were upset.
The battle
now-
was raging out there.
The battle was raging in this bedroom between us, me yelling at you guys, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've all cooled down.
He made us instead of sitting us down on the bed to talk to us, he laid down on the bed and had us stand around him
"Hey,
while
guys,
he yelled at
listen."
us. It was weird.
But no, some of these guys played with a yo-yo. Butler showed me
His yo-yo?
the cat's cradle. Walking.
I'm cool.
Joey went around the world.
Yeah, dude.
We're real cool is what I'm trying to say. I was like, I need to be calmed down. I'm too hyped right now. And Joey's like, I got yo-yo tricks. And I was like, try it. Fuck. And it worked. So
Fucking do it!
yeah, I screamed fucking do it. So yeah. We're back. Guess what? The battle raging. Obviously. Everyone's getting sucked under houses. Vampires are getting decapitated.
Oh, we got a few kills now?
Yeah. It was gonna happen.
We weren't against
Do you want
that.
to? Do you want me to immediately to get mad again, Colin? Because you're gonna make me mad.
Joan
No.
of Arc is just running around on fire.
Yeah, there is fires happening. Obviously, that's just sort of an effect that
Did you just
takes
casually say Joan of Arc is on fire running around?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
tried to
that-
roll
that
right
is
past it.
I
No,
tried
it's
to
happening.
just quick intersection.
I'm gonna try and put out that metaphorical fire that Butler just started.
Oof.
So yeah, there's everyone's rubbing on some necks. That's how they do it. It's
like
Ooh, but
Boss
there's
Nash.
there's like a Grady.
yeah. And they because there's not just like two nice fang marks. They just rip your neck open.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
they have like sharp
scraping on that
teeth.
metal. Whoa, what if when they go to bite your neck, they like sparks shoot out because they got those neck plates?
Whoa, it's
And
awesome.
so you're like, the battle's raging and the camera's like moving around the street and you just see all this stuff in the background and there's just like sparks just like flying
That's how
off
they're starting all the
in
fires.
the dark. Whoa.
Snow towns are extremely flammable.
Yeah,
Sparks
wow.
will get you.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we've killed all of your guys. Now what? No.
There's a few left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get ready.
Buckle
Because
up.
this week, I've got the finishing move.
Oh no.
It's my first finisher.
Is it really?
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Wow.
And going back to ancient, very real tournament tradition, which I have yet to experience, I didn't tell these boys, except for Butler, because he's on my team, what's about to happen. So this is good.
Well, what's about to happen is me and Joey win, right?
yes.
Okay, tight. Then you
Yes.
may continue.
You guys all win. We lay down. We act like
Patrick
we
Stewart's
did. We
applying
died.
some makeup to his neck to make it look like it got ripped open.
yeah.
Well, no, there was one woman in your vampire group,
Mm-hmm.
and so they all put their armor down for her because she was a close.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was it.
She couldn't even get over the puddle of blood. There's too many
Puddle of
back
blood.
pieces. Oh, that band missed a real opportunity to be dark.
Let the bodies at the floor.
Okay.
That's not
that
One
puddle
of
of
my,
blood, dog.
One
That's
of my
fucking drowning
fake
pool.
band
Let's
names is
Drowning in a pool of blood. There we go.
Bleeding Blood. It's one of my fake metal bands.
Good.
Nice.
All right. Go.
All right. So the battle's raging.
I already said that.
All
You're
right.
doing bad at this already.
Everyone's dead.
Whoa.
No, so I think it's down. We're at a final stand. You know, the vampires have gotten to a lot of bodies. Mm-hmm. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of armor on these bodies.
Right.
And they're really messy, and they're really bad at finishing people off. They just
Yeah,
kind of
they
just,
don't
like,
suck
rip-
all the, they're so wasteful.
really
like you got this
wasteful
whole
with the blood.
town for a month and you're just like getting everybody all at once.
Fuck it, you know.
You
They're
make a
just
little
like-
blood farm, Daybreaker style. Whoa, that's another vampire movie Joey would probably hate.
Yeah. I think I've seen it.
It's got
That's all
Ethan
right.
Hawke in it.
We can
Yeah.
go watch Underworld 3 after this, Joey.
Rise of the Lycans?
What about
No
Legion?
way.
Is that Angels?
Yeah, it's like Angels and Demons.
All right.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe? Daybreakers.
I think that was also Daybreakers.
Okay.
Omen?
Wasn't sure.
Nope, that's
I
also
don't know.
Devil.
All right. Well, that's Willem Dafoe, right? It doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're down to just a handful of nights.
Okay.
You know, maybe, I don't know, 5, 10, 6.5. There's 6.5 nights. There's just a torso. It's Charlie Chaplin.
No.
He's trying to play it off like it's a fun gag.
But he's bleeding out fast.
He's like, isn't this funny? I'm tying my intestines into bows.
God.
Anyway, so I think it gets to that point where the vampires sort of get a little satiated and they form up and they're like, no God, no God.
We'll make them believe, but then kill them all and
Yeah.
burn the town down so no one will believe again.
Plans.
Right.
Plot,
and
yeah.
they kind of surround this like final stand. They're battered, they're bloody. It's maybe, you know,
Oh,
like,
is Josh Hartnett still alive? We mentioned he was in this battle because he's a vampire.
Yeah, he just woke up.
yeah. His
Like always.
eyes are just slightly darker than regular Josh
He's
Hartnett.
like,
Why didn't we do-
He's like, I'm 10 days away from finally getting to have sex.
Oh.
Boom! Oh, I got it from you, Joey. 40 Days and 40 Nights reference.
nice.
Why didn't we do that fight? 30 days of night versus 40 days and 40 nights.
Vampires versus
A
a guy who's like, oh, I'm really good
Versus
looking,
blue
but
balls.
I've had too much sex, yo, and I'm really good at it, so I need to take a break.
I
But I was
understand.
asleep the whole time and just woke up.
Well, his bed's his favorite place to be, so
Yeah.
Fuck Josh Hartnett.
Remember that sea of boobs though, guys?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ever just rewind it to that part?
Mm-hmm.
All
You guys
right.
want to watch 40 Days and 40 Nights? Let's
Yeah,
fucking
not
wrap this
together.
up.
Just the
What?
boob scene.
All right, so tight. So the vampires surround.
Have you guys ever made a girl just blowing a leaf on her stomach or whatever happens
what?
when he can't have sex?
Blows on her.
He just blows on a girl,
No,
and then
no
she
one's ever done
orgasms. I'm like, have you ever had sex in your life, girl? That like a guy gently blowing on you does it for you?
That might have done it for him at the end of the 40 days.
Yeah, she can fucking blow on him gently. And then, yeah. Sorry, I had to cut you off, Colin.
He's whispering.
He's saying sea of boobs to her?
Yeah, dog. It's tight for anybody. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
That's true. It'd be so soft.
What if it's just really sweaty?
Oh,
Ew.
I can't focus anymore. Continue.
Oof. All right. But we'll buckle up
Zzz, click.
because
Whoa.
these nights are about to go down.
Damn.
And
Okay.
we got like Sir Douglas Black. We got Elton.
Oh, Black Douglas?
Yeah, Black Douglas.
All right.
Yeah,
the,
he's,
the hammer's there?
he's still alive. Yeah,
have
Daryl
Pippin?
Isaac's there, our local lawyer.
Is Pippin there?
Yeah, Pippin
Little
the
Pippin.
short.
Scottie Pippen?
Scotty Pippen's there. His armor doesn't fit him. He's got like a midriff showing,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Guys, I've been in a lot of championship games. We might just have to throw in the towel."
Can these rings fit over this gauntlet?
Reference.
Yeah. All right. So, the vampires are like, "No God, no God,"
Are they saying it to themselves or to the knights?
and Elton John looks up and goes, "Oh God, oh God."
Very good.
And then what do you know? A light comes down from heaven.
What?
Oh, it's beautiful. And then I say, "Oh, a god! Oh, a god!" And everyone's freaking out. Even the knights. They're like, "Ooh, I didn't prepare for this. We're all actors. We don't buy into this
I was gonna
bullshit."
say the actual knights were like, yeah, this is why we fought this whole time. This is great.
Right.
This is what the Book of
knights are like,
Scientology
this is
says."
this is really tight. And the actors are like, "I gotta delete my browsing history." Fuck. And then they see a being in the light coming down, dressed magnificently, dressed beautifully, angelic. And it says, "Hello, boys. I'm Ziggy Stardust."
Damn.
God damn it.
It's the ghost of David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't he refuse to be knighted?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. Hold on. David Bowie comes down. He says, I refuse to be a knight, but now I see my brothers in peril. Evil has come. They called me the White Duke, but now I'm the White Knight.
Fuck.
Boom. And then he fucking pulls down his jumpsuit, and there's light coming out of his chest, and he's like, here's my stardust. Get ready. And Elton John's like, fuck, I know all about this shit.
Okay.
Gets up. Maybe he stands up on Charlie Chaplin's severed corpse.
Yeah.
Chaplin's like, tight.
Tight.
And Elton John says, attention vampires. There are 5 tenets to being a knight. Doing shit for women and name them off. I can't remember. My paper's gone. And he's like, we've got our 5 tenets, but you forgot the 6th tenet. It's being fucking fabulous. And he rips off his armor and he's got his fucking sparkle jacket on. Oh! Boom! Ziggy hits him with the light. It hits his sparkle jacket. Rainbows come out. Because what do you know about rainbow is all light.
Oh.
Yep.
Boom. The vampires don't just get burned. They fucking erupt. Explode.
I was going to say, in 30 Days of Night, they don't blade style explode. They just like sadly peel away. But I think this is so powerful.
Yeah.
They get hit with that
explode.
straight up rainbow. Mm-hmm. And he says, Rocket Man! long time.
Rocket Man, long time.
Because he's gonna.
Yeah, he's singing
move
Rocket
takes
Man.
a while.
I don't know all the lyrics. I
Right,
just know
okay.
Rocket Man.
Sure.
I'll sing Crocodile Rock. Crocodile Rock! Crocodile Rock?
You didn't
Crocodile
have
Rock?
to. Keep going,
All right.
man.
They exploding.
Boom.
Uh-huh.
They exploding. And they're like, oh, thank God. And then David Bowie's like, boom, zips his fucking rainbow jumpsuit back up. Until you boys need me again.
He says,
I've been David Bowie.
I've been David Bowie.
Does he go up
He
like
says-
into the heavens, or does he go up into a spaceship?
He goes
Yes.
station to station.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to walk into this labyrinth now.
Yeah.
Whoa!
You'll never see me again.
A labyrinth opens up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden his hair, like, he just morphs into
Sure.
fucking Goblin King.
Yep.
His penis just starts pressing out through his jumpsuit.
And he's like, oh no, it's Pan's Labyrinth. And the guy with the eyeballs in his hands is like, hello. I don't know what I'm doing.
Derailing.
This is pretty tight too, okay? So go down here.
This is pretty tight too. That guy's got eyeballs
Right.
in his fucking hands.
So, our fucking fabulous knights are victorious. But I think there's a caveat. Most of them are fucking dead. But they're not I think a lot of them aren't dead, and you guys can jump in now. Feel free. Because
Nope,
these
you're on your
vampires
own.
are sloppy.
Yeah.
They're always accidentally turning a bunch of people. So I think all these knights are like, oh, hell yeah. Charlie Chaplin's like, fuck yeah. This is so great. And then he's like, why am I not dead? I should be dead.
Oh, shit.
Somebody fucking kill me. I should be. Or maybe Charlie Chaplin's like, all right, I'm off with Bowie. See you guys later.
This is my time.
And he's trying to drag himself away.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, where are my ghost legs?
And it turns out, he can't die because he got like scratched,
Yeah.
turned into a vampire.
Yeah, he's a vampire. So I think I'm going to
Yeah,
say pretty much
I'm
everybody.
assuming some of them are coming back as vampires.
Right. I think
Because they-
everybody took some damage. So even if they don't right at the moment, I think some people are going to be turning into vampires later.
Whoa.
They may not know it right now. They're just like, oh, fuck yeah.
Several of them all turn around to face away from people and like pull something over their wrist so you can't see the bite. They all do it in succession.
They don't do it at first. They're like, oh, yeah. And it's, somebody calls out, was anybody bit? Because it's one of the old guys from medieval times. He's like, vampires, if they get you, you'll turn into one. And it's like, oh, really?
Oh, that's crazy. No way. No, I'm good. And they're all slowly
Yeah.
pulling their sleeves up. And now everyone is very sleeved.
Right. Ian,
'Cause you
Ian
can just get a
McKellen's like
scratch.
wrapping like part of a dead horse around his neck. They're like, Ian, what are you doing? Just into it. Whatever.
Just into it.
I'm fucking fabulous too.
Me and my best friend Patrick Stewart here. Like to look fabulous.
And then they ride off into the sunlight.
Oh, fuck. No, this was the first day of night, so they got a month.
Right. They're also in full armor.
Yeah.
To be protected from the sun.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I guess we'll probably be revisiting them come tourney time. We'll catch up with this particular spooky story at that time. Thank you guys very much for listening to this episode of Very Real Tournament. If this is your first episode, I recommend going back and hitting up our
Other
Samuel.
episodes.
All the other. I recommend starting episode 1 and just blowing through the library. No, I was trying to just give a shout out to Samuel L. Jackson month.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He's a famous actor. Everyone loves him. I think it's a good place for people to start.
Yeah.
it is a good place.
It's fun. It's a fun month. I just want to recommend that. But yeah, what I more so recommend is just start back at 1, baby. And then you start back at 1. I sing in all the episodes, so you're going to want to hit those up.
Boom. Then you go to 2. 3.
Dreams come true. 3, I want to be with me.
3.
You guys want to be with me in my podcast listening to it.
4. Kevin McAllister, fuck.
You should probably stop there.
Yeah. Skip that one.
Definitely skip that one.
Yeah.
Fuck that episode.
Should we just take it off?
It's been over a year.
Should we
And
just
fuck
take
that
it off
episode.
the fucking stream? That's the one we don't talk about.
All these boys, we love each other.
Of course, you can find all of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts: iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher,
Spotify.
Castbox, Overcast, all those good ones. Please tell your friends, tell your family about our podcast. We'd very much appreciate it.
Just tell them about Butler.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I listen to this guy named Butler.
Yeah, like how many of you, like everyone has people they know named Joey, named Colin, named Nick, but not everyone has a friend named a Butler.
Unless they have a Butler.
Unless they have a Butler.
I mean, no one that has a butler is listening to our podcast. They could.
You don't think we get those rich people?
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do. Their money makes money, Butler. So they're like, I've just blown through all of cereal. What's next?
I lounge around all day.
Their money makes butlers.
Whoa.
Here I am out on the garden, strolling like I do, listening. I've run out of episodes of This American Life. What's next?
That's how you know how poor we all are. That is our interpretation of people with butlers.
I want to be able to stroll in the gardens.
Jeeves, bring me my Beats by Dre.
I have a new audio file I'd like to listen to. I don't know what.
I'm going to listen to a better butler, Jeeves, because you fucking suck.
I wish I could fire you, but my dad made me promise that I wouldn't. Fuck you,
It
Jeeves.
made me promise to keep your soul in a locket.
What?
Man, rich
That's
people
what
are
rich
crazy.
people do.
I don't even know if I want to live that life.
I do.
If you are rich, please send us some money.
And here's my PayPal.
Please hit us up. We'd love to take just a little bit of your money.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to give us money, just check us out on all of our social media. I think you can. Joey makes random Facebook money requests all the time. Just like. It's like, oh, what Joey say? Oh, he requested $1,000 from me. Cool. I thought my brother was just trying to say something to me.
Okay, $45 to Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Pay me.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. We also have a website, vrtcast.com. And if you want to get personal with us, you know, if you want one of us to be your butler.
Here's my phone number. No.
You can, of course, email us at vrtcast@gmail.com. Guys, anything else we need to talk about, or can we fucking go?
I'm just trying to watch Spider-Verse, baby.
Okay. I'm trying to...
All right, 2 more hours of the podcast. Here we go.
All right.
Live stream Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Now, instead, I'd like to get out of here, so let's do just that. I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
Colin Sage.
Butler Carter.
And it hasn't just been real, it's been very real.